A good evening, this is Nerds to Human and welcome to Rome Total War's Barbarian Invasion, where today we'll be starting a brand new campaign, one of the most difficult campaigns in all of classic Total War, and that is the Western Roman Empire. And well, if you ignored the rebels, this certainly would be the most tricky of all campaigns. It is complete chaos, rebellions, absolutely distraught economy, hordes and hordes of barbarians invading from the east, and, well, the Eastern Empire to stab you in the back. It is an absolute maelstrom of nonsense, and you know what, I've been looking forward to getting into this campaign for a little while now. Of course, on very hard is how we're going to play this. This should be a very, very interesting campaign indeed. Let's head in. Immediately then, we are given a few new messages about the Huns and the Vandals, people in flight, hordes on their way to take us down. But don't worry about them, they won't be here for a little while. By about the time we think we're getting control of things, that's when they'll arrive. For now, we have the Danube. Ladies and gents, to help defend our borders. But our borders are not going to last very long, as you can probably tell. And if you ever played this before, you'll know that what happens is pretty much turn one, you end your turn, and everything rebels. Pretty much the entire empire is ready to rebel right now, and in many cases there is pretty much nothing you can do unless you really can't afford to be doing this. Unless you go to daily races and low tax rate everywhere, nothing is going to work. So this is very much a tactical affair. We've got to choose where we're going to throw away some of our provinces, and indeed that's really not the only problem we've got. Second of all, you might notice then is that yes, we are pagan and we're Christian, and we're pagan and we're Christian, and this is a big part of the problem. So Barbarian Invasion in general, public order is a nightmare. It's obviously they're trying out new systems here ready for Medieval 2, particularly the religion, for example. It's not that much of a problem on Medieval 2, but on Barbarian Invasion, they're still playing around with it, and the public order effects are dire. Even here, only 25% pagan, but we are losing 15% public order as a result of that. Squalor, another rather large problem. So what we need to do is decide pretty much first thing, which way are we going? Christianity or paganism? Now, realistically, paganism has some advantages. Paganism is much better in terms of our troop building. So let's just have a quick look see. So Mithras, for example, experience the troops gained +2. Very, very nice to have indeed. But I do think Christianity potentially is going to be a better option, and that's because of this man here, the most important man, the most Christian man, whoever Christian, Spurius Flavius, who has some absolutely bonkers things on his person. He has splinters from the true cross. He's Marcella there, +5 Christian conversion. But he has so many of these Christian conversions, inspirational Christian, that he can pretty much stroll in any region and convert it. So right now this is pagan, and actually him being there is probably causing quite a few problems. I'm actually going to leave this as pagan for that reason I just mentioned, actually, about the temple over here. I might change this around to Mithras, but in due time. For now, I don't actually mind some of them staying pagan, but I do want to have a clear decision in my mind that we are going over to Christianity. So I'm going to send him straight over to Conuntum. Straight away, they're not happy. Very much not happy. But you know what? We'll see if we can solve that problem in a turn or two. Another quite major problem you might notice is that was almost all my money for one church. So as we look at the economics, we are losing money despite all of these regions here. We don't have a lot of armies, but our money is pretty catastrophic. So there are some key important things to take into consideration. So ports, obviously, Rome Total War, ports are king, and well, we can't afford this anymore, but I've been doing a bit of research. Caralis over here is the best port, the most valuable port we can immediately get. And we're going to fund some of this by the systematic destruction of our infrastructure. So, as I said, there are many of these regions we will not be able to hold on to. I'm quite happy to throw away Spain straight away, throw it into anarchy. So that's what we're going to do. First of all, Mithras. Goodbye, Mithras. When we let this rebel, what we really don't want is to have, yes, Foederati infantry to face us. What we want is it just to be some lovely peasants. So we're going to get rid of the military infrastructure, before we destroy this settlement. We'll keep the port, we'll keep the things like the sewers, the trader. I want that when I take it back. In fact, I might just convert it right now and make my life a little bit easier. Is that a good idea? Okay, this might be a good idea in some places. Here it actually is pretty close, so yes, we will do that right now. So by the time we take it back, hopefully it's maybe converted a little bit. Who knows, we'll have to see how all of that goes. So we're going to do similar things in these towns. Carthagonova is quite an interesting one. Obviously, quite a few more troops here. This is where we get a lot of our troops. We could hold on to this with our daily games. But as I say, a complete waste of our money. We will, yeah, once again, smashy smashy and smashy smashy. And with that, we've got a choice of what to do with our forces because, yes, we want to take this back, but oh, actually we'll add the church back in here as well. Thank you, church. Christian shrine. We'll go build this port while we're at it because this is a very valuable port. We'll come back for some more ports very, very soon. That was actually a cheap port. Very, very good general over here. I am jumping around. The ADHD in me is showing right now. Decimus Flavius, a very good general. Well, not general so much, but a very good governor. He's made that a bit cheaper for us, but he's immediately going to leave, actually, because yeah, we could do better things with him. And well, we'll leave those troops there for now. Maybe not the most sensible idea, but we're going to send him over to Rome. He's got the cheaper port in, and then he's immediately left. Good man, good manager. He needs to head over to Rome. We'll come back to Rome in a minute. Okay, so this army, there's a few things we can do. We can go and take this back straight away with this army, which we will. But, down here to the south are the Berbers. Now, we do start a war with the Berbers. And whilst you probably almost certainly can get peace with them straight away, in fact, I'm pretty certain that's normally what happens when I played this before. I'm not going to do that. There is a diplomat ready for that, but no. No. You see, Tingi here is actually by far their better of their two cities. Is it Dimity down there? I can't remember. It's yeah, it's much more basic. They can get a lot of troops out of here. But we can absolutely overwhelm them by sending this force nice and early doors. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get on the boats. I'm going to send this army straight over to go and take North Africa. If nothing else, I'm not particularly interested in the city, but it just takes one enemy out of the picture. It means that we can create some trade around here. It can hopefully mean we just don't have to worry about the Berbers, who will probably do some cheating, but if we need to take them out, they'll be quite simple. If you've ever seen the Berber end card, you'll know why. They are absolutely atrocious, and we stopped that campaign once we felt we'd done enough because it was truly painful. So this army, this diplomat, what could I do with him? I don't really know. This lad here is, I think, the only Christian in this region. This guy is pagan. So, again, we're going to have to be careful about this. There are some terrible, terrible leaders, by the way. Corrupt, drunkard, wildly extravagant. This guy could do with accidentally dying once he's given up these guys. In fact, we might just make that happen if he wasn't such a strong piece of heavy... I was going to say artillery. He's not heavy artillery, but he certainly is some heavy cavalry that we can make good use of. Now over here, again, similar problem. I think another pagan. Another pagan. See, this is the thing. I don't mind leaving some areas as pagan, but actually we can convert these areas potentially quite easy. There'll be areas we leave tactically as pagan and areas that will keep Christian. Over here it seems pretty 50-50, so I'm quite happy. Maybe not so much over there. I might just get rid of the temple. I'm not sure I want to spend my money on that temple, but I do want to get rid of it if nothing else. And over here, likewise, the same kind of thing is going to happen. No barracks to speak of. We'll take his troops and we'll join up with this force over here. And I'm not sure what we're going to do with him just yet. We'll just get them together, get the spy with him, and we'll probably just take back Tarraco pretty quickly. It's only a minor city, so hopefully nothing too good will be popping out of there. One last leader over here, another pagan. Quite irritating, really. Doesn't suit me. This is the thing, there are actually more pagans, it seems, than Christians. So in many ways it's easier to go to pagan if that's what you're trying to do, but you need to pick your battle carefully. You've just got to be able to convert people, and I think, yes, is it Spurius Flavius over here? He's going to have to be the man to do that job. In fact, if we go to the city here, we will see And we have the conversion. Oh, look at that. 50% just from him. That is absolutely insane. Yeah, neighbouring regions, 30%. That's something you've got to keep an eye on. Something that you can control by, for example, sending your general over there. But something we'll have to look at in time. Okay, so Spain. Spain is mostly dealt with at this point. I'm going to send this guy over here. He can go join the boat. Or you can just wait around. He can probably hang around. It's nothing too much of a problem. Indeed, you might just send him a small force and he might be able to take that back by himself. Now, we don't want to lose all of our cities. I'm happy to throw away Spain in the short term. But some of these others we are going to have to try and keep. Now, down here, Gnaeus Flavius, you're another pagan. See, if your leader's pagan and your city's pagan enough, for now it probably makes sense to keep it as pagan. These are all pagans, you see, so until we can start changing this around a little bit, changing the guard, we need to be very careful about this. Another pagan, as you see. Pagans everywhere. See, there's a Christian, but he's in a pagan town on the border with more pagan towns. A little bit Christian, but not enough. I'm much more interested in sending him down to, say, oh, we can't really afford to, you know what, we'll send him to Ravenna and we'll get the conversion done, because someone like Ravenna really needs to be under control. So next turn we'll go around smashing this down. Should we? Oh. See, such a good training place. This is the problem. Such a good training facility. Do you want to get rid of the Temple to Mithras here? I'm going to say yes, but while we've got it, well, we haven't got the money. This, the problems. The problems mount, ladies and gents. Okay, let's just have a look at our other cities and just ponder what we can do. If we can low tax rate them and keep them steady for now, that's what we'll do. So you can do that. This is ready to grow, which is a bit of a problem. Now, Vicus Alamenae, I wouldn't mind taking this. Wouldn't mind taking this quite quickly, because they don't have a lot. They have a very few troops. They're not a horde faction. And if we can take them out, that would be magnificent. Now, the Franks, we don't want to activate hordes, so we need to be very careful. I do want to pick my moments for when to attack. Now is not necessarily the time. This guy is, though, there we are, a Christian, pretty ready to go and make that move. Now, he's not a cavalry man, he's an infantry man. Good thing he's got infantry. More infantry over here. What I might do with Avaricum, which looks pretty much like a lost cause without a general. Oh, but it's got some good train. This is the problem, you see. You're going to butcher your own training facilities. Where else can we train things? This Augusta Trevorum looks like a place we're going to need to keep no matter what. But I'm going to say Avaricum. I don't mind taking the short-term loss. I'm going to send these troops. Some of the Illuminati and their friends can go over there. And these guys are going to head over in this direction. And we're just going to say sod to this town. Now, again, pagan. Is Christian enough? Where I think what I want to do, obviously, is start converting certain areas. And this might be an area we can change because he's Christian as well. So we've got to be very careful about how we do this. But if we can get enough characters in the region to convert it, these are 2 Christians in this region. That's going to convert very quickly. So if we could smash this right now. And again, I'm destroying my best training facility. Well, best. It hasn't really got much, has it? But I'm destroying my training facility here for a gain, for a short term. Well, for the long term gain, but not very. It's not going to go well in the short term. Now we do have regions to convert, but unfortunately, the neighbouring regions is going to cause a problem. So that was probably a terrible mistake. But the thing is, if we're going to convert over some of these very quickly, which is what we're trying to do, yeah, then we can potentially flip that very quickly. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to focus on getting as many of its borders as possible. So yeah, this is Trevorum down here, and that is bordered with Mediolanum. So again, let's just try and flip as many of these around. I'm going back on half the things I just said, but we're gonna pick up battles, and it's gonna go very badly indeed. These towns are actually just about happy enough. Arles, how's Arles on my list of places that can make money? It's all right, but it's behind Tarentum and Salona. So Tarentum's actually happy. Look at that. Well, Tarentum, you can have yourself a port. Salona not so happy. This can stay pagan. This one I'm going to commit to. This one will stay pagan, as will Aquinkum. But we're going to try and make this core of the empire. It's going to be painful for a few turns, but we're going to make the core of this empire here Christian. Damn it. And with that, hopefully we'll be able to flip things around. We'll send these pagan generals to the pagan area of the territory, which will probably be this kind of section over here in the short term. And we'll just have to see how all of that goes. As for Britain, we haven't had too much of a look at that yet. Okay, it's pretty tight here. There aren't a lot of regions to impact it, which is nice. We can have a lot more control over here. So this lad, Placus Flavius, he is a pagan. So for now, these can stay pagan. But it's worth bearing in mind in time that that will be quite easy to flip with the lack of border pressure. So yeah, as I say, while this looks bad right now, this is going to change very quickly because we're flipping like 4 of its border regions over to Christianity. And that will make a significant difference. But for the time being, yeah, with a pagan here. Oh, he's Christian as well. Colonia Agrippina. This one will be tricky because of these borders, but we're going to do it because he's there to convert it. So once again, we're going to shoot ourselves in the foot and make the problem even worse. But it's probably going to be worth it, ladies and gents. 209 money's left. Knowing we're going to lose tons of money, let me just put down the tax rate. It's probably a good idea to have a little think about what else could be on the rebellion chopping board, and just consider what else we want to destroy. I don't think there's too much left to destroy, to be honest, which is a bit of a problem. Militia barracks over here can go down. Another 200 and we can afford a port, or we can just get the shrine down. We'll have to see. I'll have a little look around. There's a few more things I need to do. Number one, actually, boats. Boats are a big expense. There are boats just lying around. There's a couple we're going to use, but most of them are worthless. Upkeep 172 a turn in the case of that trireme. This boat, I wouldn't mind keeping because it's a lot cheaper, and I would like a connection between those two. I don't want to build it later, so slight problem with this is that we do need to get them into port. So we can at least disband some of them. This one is doing a job. I will keep the boat at Rome. And again, you can just about reach a port to disband. That is a good 500 or so that's going to save us. Oh yes, North Africa. We haven't even looked at this yet. My God, there's so much to do. Right, weirdly Carthage is actually happy. It is Christian with a Christian leader. I'm pretty sure this is, yes, pagan. Are you Christian though, my good sir? You're pagan. So for now, Lepsis Magna, this is one of those cities that does rebel. Almost certain. Yeah, look at that 10%. Almost certainly. So what do we want to do? I suspect we want to just send... Do you want to send a unit down there to help? This is the problem. Syracuse has some good units on it. We'll send this boat. Or do we want to send this one? This one's pretty close. The Syracuse boat could send them down here, but it's just kind of a waste. I don't know. I think we'll send this one unit of Foederati down here. And that should be enough to help him take it back. We'll see what comes up. This could go so terribly, terribly wrong. Syracuse is pagan. This guy is very much a pagan. No need to worry about him. And Tarentum, as I said, weirdly happy. Might actually put up the tax rate. They're not so happy, but at the least we're getting some money in. Yeah, well, that'll have to do. No one's getting retrained. Powerful faith, paganism is indeed king right now. Hopefully not for too long. Right, I actually made a long list of notes for this first turn because obviously I've been talking for a long time and it's still the first turn. Okay, I think I've actually done all the things on my notepad. So I'm going to have a little look around. I'll check in and make sure I've done everything. But we'll soon end our turn and we'll watch the chaos begin. As we look to end our turn then, a couple of key things I'll point out. Any of these towns that I decided are basically getting thrown to the dogs. Very high tax rate, of course, just to minimise our losses. I have decided to just send the pile of troops I had over here in Britain up north to Del Rida. This isn't their better town, it's pretty pathetic, but at least, you know what, we can take care of it. I take care of it nice and quick with any luck, and maybe we can keep the Celts from being too much of a problem, similar to what we're thinking of doing with the Vicars at Alemanni. And elsewhere, sent a few of our lads around, diplomats, going to go chat to people. The likes of the Franks need some trade rights with them. Quite a few people we're at war with. Obviously, I'm actually going to attack 3 of them, so why not, eh? Why not? Moving a few generals around. This guy here heading towards Rome. The Emperor himself is headed over to Ravenna, so he can take care of things from there. He's turned it into Christian as well. We're just going full throttle on this, and Aulus Flavius, the pagan lad, is being sent down to Salona. Well, we did at least decide we're going to get him 1 archer and a port, so he can have a nice time over there. But we are just going to fully commit to Christianizing, yes, certainly Italy. And, well, we're just going to let the Spain thing kind of organically happen. Depends, I suppose, what happens with the rebel faction that comes up, because if they turn out to be the right person, pagan. See, yes, because all the characters, including diplomats, spies, assassin, not always, but they often have pagan or Christian. They add to the characters in the region as well. That's quite important. So yeah, the Western Empire rebels might end up having Christian characters, which would be very, very helpful for me. This guy, though, is a bit of a pain. Unfortunately, you can't train a guy and then sack him because he's pagan. I guess we'll have to drown him, but I don't really have the boats to get anyone drowned, so it's a bit of a problem. Anyway, let's end our term. We probably won't get a full rebellion this... Okay, that was not what I was expecting. Bribed. So, yeah. Interesting. We'll send a unit to just go and take that back. Lovely. I guess, do we exterminate it? We might as well. Why not? Burn it down, give us some money. We have money again, ladies and gentlemen. I wasn't expecting that. Yes, the rebellions will take 2 turns. So next turn we'll get all of these rebellions, which will be interesting, to say the least. Factions have not appeared to kill us just yet, but everything's getting closer. Town grows. I really don't want any towns to grow. I will never be able to actually do anything about it. Largest faction, we're now the greatest. Christianity is now the top faith. It's taken me 1 turn, ladies and gentlemen, but I've already conquered the game. There we are, job done. Appius Flavius has got married. Most Christian. Oh no, this is just a Christian man. They're all Flavius, Thomas. Well-mannered wife. Well done, sir. So he's a swivel-eyed glutton of a gambler, but he picked a good wife, and he supports the Greens. There we are. Not a good trait in any way, but there we are. We'll have it. All right. Well, got himself a wife. That's good. More people, more Christians, importantly, being born. I like to think that the general, that our faction leader, only allows his Christians to get married. You can see here, this is all we've managed to build in that 1 turn. Good thing it only takes 1. For being bribed, or for more specifically York, for your for your governor being bribed, we will of course give you the indignity of being renamed for 1, and 2, you got exterminated, and so the legend of Yorkshire and its angry independence begins. Okay, so we can make it to the town. 2 rams. Oh, they are going to struggle to defend this. Oh, I think we might be taking that very, very quickly indeed. How are we doing over here? Okay, Tivarorum could be doing better. Could be doing a lot better, to be honest. What do we need to make this work? We need more regions converted and more leaders who are the right religion. It is now neutral. Neutral is not good enough. We don't have the money to build a church. Okay, what's my murderers? He's got no religion. Damn man. Could be useful, but no. No, he is not. Right, Agrippina. Over here, you are Christian. And your city is, how Christian right now? Not enough, and equally not converting. So I'm not sure we can afford to send you out of there. Especially if... no influence. Okay, he might be not completely crucial. Which might mean it's better to just start getting this converted to. This is where we need the most Christian man of the Christians himself. So, yeah, we won't be able to build these churches after a while. So, You know what? Even just being in this region, he'll have pretty much converted it. 40% swing. I don't know how that quite translates. It probably won't be 40 literally, but that's a good job. Ah, perfect. He can move his way through the town, still stay in the region to convert it, and then he can come and make sure Mediolanum is properly converted. At this point, the troops are gathering there. Lily-livered lad. So many terrible generals. One of the things they've done here, this guy's a particularly interesting one, by the way. They put a lot of characters for you to not... Well, you've got to look carefully, otherwise you won't realise how terrible some of them are. Melancholic, -4 morale, -3 influence. He's probably a terrible guy to actually be even in the city. I'll probably take him out in a minute. -3, -3. So what are we on? We're already on -10. Terrified of barbarians. That's -11 against barbarians. He is a night fighter though, so well done him. Oh yeah, -1 for the mother-in-law, and -1 for that. -13 against barbarians, -12 against anyone else. Absolutely insane, but I kind of love it. So, okay. So, is this better off of him out? It probably is, isn't it? At the moment it's 35. With him out it is... Can't see. It's 15. Oh, it's better with him in. Fine. He's actually okay. He's got some other traits that I guess work in his favour. Don't know why I did that. We don't want to bother. It is converting quickly though. So assuming it doesn't revolt this turn, which it could. Assuming it doesn't, we should be absolutely fine. Maybe if I send the general over the border. Do I send my leader over the border? Yeah, I'm going to send my faction leader over the border for a turn, and that will just help settle that down. Over in Rome, that's my good sir there. Now, can you make it in? He can make it in, so we'll send you further on. I'm just going to send our Christians around, get them Christian in. Oh, I didn't realise there were 2 boats. I would have buried one in the sea if I knew that. Okay, you get in the sea, you get in the port. Subtle different, important difference. These boats were supposed to be dealt with as well, Thomas. Oh my days. This is already suboptimal, ladies and gents. It's already very, very much suboptimal. But we will send this boat, yeah, send that over there, because at least get these guys to join up. And you know what, we'll start on their port, because when it revolts, we'll at least have that in our favour. Those troops could be useful if we need them. We'll see about all of that. Now, we have a tiny bit of money. I don't know that that's going to last. It does say we're profits, so I've actually fixed the economy already. Don't worry, that will completely fall apart the minute that all the towns rebel, which they very much soon will. Vinta Decorum, what can we do for you? Normal tax rate, we can turn that down, and it's converting. Yes, we are actually converting these. These are pretty neutral. There's a lot of pagans around. That might have been a step too far. I probably shouldn't have changed that, and I did say that at the start, but I had the Christian guy there. I just thought I'd give it a go. Now, okay, we are making some important moves right now, and that does mean that this next end turn is the one where everything goes tits up. So I'm just going to check everything's okay, and then we'll come back for the end turn of doom. Of course, there is a bit of business we need to do. We have an army over here to go and besiege our lovely friends, the Berbers. Perfect. So yes, we'll just blockade their port. We'll get that under siege. The church has already been smashed up. I don't know that we should fix it or not. It depends if it's still doing anything. All sorts of nonsense going on here, but we'll just ignore that. There was one more thing, which was the diplomat over here. Yes, I want to speak to the Franks, just trying to see if there's someone maybe less influenced might get a better deal from them. Trade rights first and foremost. Let's get that, and I'm going to offer them my map. I don't really know how much I can get for it. I'm just going to throw out a number on the sizable side, I think. They're going to offer... Okay, that is nowhere near what I just offered. But we'll throw it somewhere in the middle. 2,300. How do you feel about that? Okay, I think we're almost there. One more offer. Let's say about 2 grand. 2 grand, and it is yours, my good sir. Have all of my maps. Come and invade me. There we go. Beautiful stuff. Diplomacy in action there. Looks like he's got glasses on. Magnificent. He's Christian as well. Oh, brilliant. Let's get him back in. Actually, yeah, let's get him back in Tivarorum. Lovely stuff. And a French assassin. That's good, because we have an assassin around here too. Where is Steve? Someone needs to find Steve. Where is he? There's Steve. He's called Felix. Okay. Shame we missed him, but we'll come back for him. kill him next turn. But I think, other than that, we're pretty much ready to go. London is suddenly unhappy, but we can load tax rate. I think I haven't missed anything. I suspect we might just be okay, but we're going to see a lot of chaos happen at this end. Oh, 2,000 monies. Oh yes, let's spend that before we end turn. Okay, we have a couple ports in Arles and Samabriva. I think we've pretty much done what we need to. The conversions are doing their converting. We have one more diplomat headed into no man's land. And other than that, let's see. Bit of chaos with the Goths wandering around. They've taken our border region. That's fine. Ceasefire. You know what? I would like to take your land, so I'll only do it if you give me a bucket of money. Let's just ask 5,000 and just see, because I'm going to attack them anyway. What do they think? Wow, he did it. Well, that's not surprising, but I'll take it. We'll take the treachery. We'll stab them in the back in a minute. Well, that certainly was a surprise, but I'm happy to see that worked. Right, 5,000 monies. Hopefully, we're not going to lose it all. Okay, the rebellions have happened. They've happened to the exact regions that I planned for them to happen, though, and no other ones. That's good. That's very good. Okay, it's good that we've just lost 6 regions in a turn. But on the plus side, we're going to gain this one. So let's see what we've got here. Captain Kirk, sort of. Peasants, wolfhounds, and colour glasses. Oh god, not more dogs again. Hopefully no ghost dogs on this occasion. We don't have horse archers, so it should be okay. Dressed over here. Faction heir. Is he well dressed? Ha 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 ha. Let's just kill him. Yeah, he's a pagan. Let's just take him out. We're a pagan as well, but that's not the point. I don't think there's really too much to worry about. They're reinforcements, so we can, yeah, deal with those quite easily. The main force, oh yeah, this should be absolutely fine. We've got some Sarmatian Auxilia, for Pete's sake. No issue there. It just depends if this guy is much better than us. He's got more men. 13, 6, 20. I don't know the generals that well in Barbarian Invasion to know if this is something I should be worried about or not. Well, famous warrior that aside, bit of morale for those lads. I think we can take him. Let it in. Of course, we are battling in the snow, so that will give them more advantages. We were going to check our general a lot more on the defence, but not so good in terms of his abilities. Interesting. Now, Sarmatians are very strong indeed. Of course, this is the point where I realise I've gone for the not huge unit scale, so I'm sure people will be telling me off and telling me I'm not playing on the hardest mode possible. I just think this is a far more sensible size, particularly for cities. But there we are. This is just how it is now. The campaign has begun, and thus it shall continue. Now, I'm quite happy for them to come to me. I've got a massive hill, as you can see here. Kind of made sense to hang back a little bit. So, whilst this will give them an opportunity to get together if they want to do that, you know what? They're marching anyway. We'll see how they go, and soon enough, we'll well, I was going to say feed them to the dogs. Hopefully the dogs will go down as well. They agree. Now, my archers really don't have spectacular range, but they certainly do have enough for this. So let's get into these arrows and the gunner glasses. Brutal as they are, oh, they have no shields at all, and those longswords are not going to block them from getting shot down as they run up this hill. Oh, it's a miserable day. They're unhappy due to exhaustion already. Oh, this is just wonderful. Okay, General, just pull yourselves out to the side. We don't need the dogs to make you a target, to be honest. They'll attack someone else before they reach us. As long as they're not chasing after my cavalry, I'm quite happy about all this. Right, javelins. Do we want the javelins to throw in? We'll hold out on the javelins. They're going to throw one volley right now, but we'll hold out on the second part. Yeah, we want these guys to break before they reach us, really. We do the Limonate. Yeah, we'll just get one more volley from the Limonate as well. We'll just save some for the general. But we'll throw another volley in. Good, that's them broken. And with them broken, there should be simple enough. Archers, shoot down the dogs. Just try and make sure they're not doing too much. Peasants, charge them. That'll be absolutely fine and dandy like a lemon shandy. And with that, they are fleeing. And hopefully this isn't too soon for their general to run away. I still want these guys to take part in the battle. So, yeah, we have some of their Pictish spearmen. And we have the general himself. But hopefully he's seen his men run away. Yeah, he's saying keep going. He's saying march forward. Okay, well, we're going to mop them up, thankfully. I don't think the dog's released, which is good. Archers, you really need to stop shooting before you start shooting our very, very expensive horses. Yes, they're being shot in the back. I was a bit late on that, wasn't I? Oh well, it happens. It happens. They were the weak lads. At this point, they've chosen their angle of approach for us. The archers are going to start shooting in. That's absolutely fine. Our angle was a bit wonky. The archers, though, will just have to be wonky at this point. That's just how it goes. Generals up on the hill. Summations are at the rear. I don't want to pull them away by sending them out of cover right now. So I'm just going to keep them back. I suspect morale will win us the day anyway. Although this guy does, of course, have extra morale. So let's just... see what damage we can do. You know what, as many shots in on those guys as possible, if I'm honest. I don't really care about these guys. We can kill them with charge to their rear. At this point, they're fairly committed, so I'm just going to send these guys in this direction. I feel like if you click on them, the game knows, and it starts changing its plan as a result. They're just shrugging that off, but it might just be hit points going down. If we can get, at this point, fire shots on this guy, this would be perfect. Yeah, there we go. There are the javelins, and as soon as they've already been at least shot once by the arrows, yeah, it seems to be doing something good. Fire shots going in on those guys. That will start to hopefully knacker their morale. Oh, he's reacting to my general. Don't make him get too many ideas. You're still fresh, just warmed up as I said it, because obviously you are. These guys just pull back so you've got yourself a bit of an angle on this hill to shoot people. Yep, just get running. General wants to stand there. Oh, he's going to charge. Okay, get everyone in. These guys, just everyone, just charge down the hill at him. I assume you're reacting to the Sarmatians. You are indeed. That's fine by me. Get into him. Get into him. You defend. Just guard mode. Guard mode. Guard mode. Missiles on them. Fine. Sarmatians. They've gone into Siltrum. I think that's what they're trying to do right now. General is fine. These guys just go onto guard. General can chop him down. We've got the Celtic leader dead. Yeah, beautiful. Perfect nudes all around. And to finish it off, we've got them. Oh yes. Oh yes. We've got the spearmen in a Siltrum. Downhill from some archers. Oh, it's just perfect. And indeed, they're now fleeing. We'll stop the archers on this occasion. We'll actually remember what we're doing. We'll send the general after him this time, just to try and get some experience. Although, actually, they've already done a job. So, you know what? We'll let the Sarmatians finish their work. They can mop these guys up. They can spend 20 years doing it if they want. They look like they're doing it a bit quicker this time. This is good. This is a good early victory. A random settlement for our empire. And with that, yes, Captain Kirk-ish has gone down. The die is cast. We have gone northern apparently. The die is cast. And we've also gone very, very Christian across the empire. We've also gone fairly aggressive. I'm just going to exterminate because I don't think we have any options. And the Berbers want to do this as well. Now, I could only get the cavalry to besiege the city. So we have Foderati Cav this time. Not so strong. And then we have, oh, Death Dealer. Lovely stuff. Sharp. He's got some great traits. See, this is the thing. The Christian guys tend to be... Thank you, music. The Christian guys do tend to have some very good and interesting traits. Loyal as well. Do need that on this particular game. As for... Oh, we can't see him. What about their lad? Gatekeeper Christian. Yeah, they're Christian already, so that makes this easy to control. That's the faction leader. They've got nothing really in terms of their general troops. They do have some Moorish raiders, who are terrible, by the way, if you remember our campaign. These guys are decent. They're basically our lads. And camel raiders, who are camels. That's well worth noting. Some archers at the back. That's fine. We do have our infantry in reserve. We got them close enough to be able to reinforce. We'll just have to see what the battle feels like. This could be interesting. But certainly no AI control for this battle. Now this is a very, very interesting battlefield. It's mostly this open plain with a bit of forest. But there's this big lump of rock in the corner here. And I can't help but notice, yes, we can get these guys trapped. So yes, we're just going to go and send some of our units over straight into this corner. Now, we are keeping some of our units over there, you might notice. I split up my cavalry just to make sure. Actually, these guys should just get absolutely annihilated. Although we didn't really charge them very well. Although they're pretty terrible, so we'll just immediately run them down. You guys swing back over there. We've lost one. That's absolutely fine. They're shaking. I actually don't want them to rout if they're going to flee because they're right on the edge of the battlefield. The other guys seem to be... Are they getting the attention of the main army or not? I'm not sure. Not sure. Oh, he seemed to react to me there. Yeah. I've got a bit of a hill. So we're going to charge. I'm going to charge... Okay, to the side of the hill. Then into the hill. Okay, Sarmatian's just going to absolutely flood around this guy. Archers don't know what they're doing. That's fine. We're just getting a chunky affair with this guy. Just see how that goes. You guys just try and just keep those guys busy, frankly. Yeah, that's fine. Right, they're just distracted. They're not shooting into the back of us. That's all that really matters to me. General is on top of them. They are down to 17. We're chunking them away beautifully. Okay, get on top of those guys. The general's dead. Get on top of those archers. Do not let them escape. That should be that part of the battle done. You guys get over there and start helping out that part of the battle. These archers are apparently standing around. Just turn around and finish them off. General, get yourself over there. As for the rest of this, these guys are information. They're not coming for us. They're coming for them. A bit late for that, to be frank, but we'll keep moving along and we'll see how it goes. Yeah, archers are dealt with. Good. They've been cleared off. If they want to come and take us on this hill over here, it's fine by me. Let's just get up here and we'll let them slowly wander towards us. Would probably make more sense for them to attack us. Yeah, that's indeed what they're now doing. Okay, you guys get yourselves information. No javelins this time. We put the anti-cat. What are they doing? I don't know. They seem very stuck about what their plan is right now. Now, I have a lot of archers, so even just sneaking one unit in range would be amazing, but the range of these guys is just not good enough. Just see what happens here. I have my cavalry. Just swing either way. Just stop moving. Just a quick run. It might just trigger them. Oh yeah, that is triggering them. That is totally triggering them. Get them to run in position. We might get a shot in. And these guys, still distracting them. I'd love my infantry to get over there, but that on that hill, but it's not going to happen. So, okay, can these archers get a shot in? Not quite. Yeah. Now these guys, if this takes a while, it's okay because it means I get my troops together. We've managed to wipe out one force. So if we can dance this game for a little while, it's not the worst thing for me. I've got the range advantage here. So if we keep a distance, keep them dancing round, I threaten to actually, you know, maybe one day do something. Could be interesting. Right, I'm going to start getting these guys galloping because they are very much just making a move at this point, aren't they? Looks like it. We'll just start getting the shots in. Berber Axemen. Shoot them down. More Berber Axemen. Get an angled shot in at them. They have... There's mercenary equite lads over there. They could be annoying. Moorish Raiders, Camel Raiders, and the General. Yeah, we need these reinforcements in place pretty darn quickly. They're going down though. They are going down. General is... Yeah, he's not having this anymore. Okay, you guys... Get on guard, that is your job. They're getting absolutely pummeled from behind. Berber Axemen will just lead them out. Lead them out of the way. Lead them out of the battle. Lead them out of the battle. Camels are going to charge in. They're going to catch the archers, unfortunately. You, get yourself out of there. Get yourself out of there. That is too many for you to take on. They've immediately broke. That's pretty much what we always expect to see from the Berbers. And swing back into that general. These guys are going to try and get away. I'm just going to send actually the smaller unit on mop-up duty. You go and deal with them. That's the general gone as well. They're all gone pretty much apart from this one unit. One unit of mine are about to die. We're going to lose just this one battle we're going to lose. The rest of this battlefield, we're pretty much done the job. They're quicker than me, which means he's going to get away, darn it. Federatis are quick, but they're... Oh, we got him because he went to do a little blow with a horn. I don't know if you saw that. That was excellent. And the battle is done, ladies and gents. Archers, once again, stop the absolute massacre of our own men. and we'll just charge down whatever we can. Even the infantry are really quick. Their hillmen are outpacing our cavalry right now, which is ludicrous. But that's pretty much how this goes with the Berbers. They're fast and pretty much nothing else. So you know what? No, you're not even going to do that, lads. No shooting, just chase him. And well, apart from a few cavalry getting away, we seem to have taken out the generals. And I'll be honest, if we can take out, yeah, these units here, I think we might just have this. Oh, you see, they didn't even fall for the trap there. They're geniuses, these Moorish raiders. They're useless in battle, but they know how to flee. In the end, a clear victory. Only 38 remaining. They've got to give me the city, you think? We're still in the end turn here, so more chaos could be yet to happen. Nope, it's ours. Oh my days, that's 16 grand, which I was expecting when we sacked our cities later. But oh my, down to 11 grand. Okay, we gained 5 grand for that bit of diplomacy, and we just gained a big bucket, but we did just lose a lot because we lost most of our cities. So yeah, losing 5 grand a turn. I've got some important infrastructure decisions to make right now, which are pretty much, it's going to be my only money until I sort out these rebellions that I just invited. So we'll see about that. Okay, let's just assess any of this damage if we can see it. So naturally, we don't know much about this guy. Let's see if we can find this out. We actually have a spy over here. How are you? 93%. It would be kind of mad to not win that, but we don't. Do we need the gates open? I think it would help. It would definitely help, to be honest. He is Christian though. He is Christian, which is very nice to know. I might though, to be honest, because I have a load of peasants, that could be good against for the walls. I'm actually just going to say we just blow the walls down. Might actually on this occasion be the better plan. I'm gonna get some sap points and a couple ladders, but that'll probably do the job, to be honest, because we'll beat them in 1-to-1. But on the walls, peasants going to do a surprisingly good job. As for this guy, map information. He accepted it. Yay! I should have sold it to them, really. That was a completely pointless trade, but actually I probably could have got something for that. Okay, at the moment we have our pagan and our Christian lads over here. Tingy, we are not going to be able to hold on to this very easily, are we? It's not happy right now. It's probably a bit of culture stuff. Culture's easiest to be fixed when you start building your own things, but unfortunately it's quite well developed. Well, reasonably well developed. We can get more summation auxilia here, in theory. Let's just merge these. We'll leave those 8 there. I think what we'll do is we're going to send... We'll leave our Christian guy for the moment. We're going to send the pagan chap. And do we need all of this? We don't need all these archers. So we'll leave some of those archers behind. I'm going to send him and those chaps off to go and solve this problem. I'm going to hire some... Actually, peasants on... Yeah, you see, peasants on Barbarian Invasion do half as much in terms of the public order and the garrison as they do on Rome. On Rome, you can just spam them, but you can't on this. So, we're going to immediately land back at Cordoba, and we're going to put that under siege. We could do the... We can't quite do the same thing. Okay. So, what about over here? It certainly says no garrison, which is intriguing. Suggests to me that they've already sent the army off somewhere. But we'll see about that. Bertigala. We could do... Would it be worth getting a spy or two? I think it would. I very much like spies, so we're going to try that. We've got a lot of cavalry, and I'll be honest, the cavalry is very expensive. So I'm tempted, maybe not right now, but I am tempted to get rid of our spies. Not our spies. What am I saying? Yeah, our cavalry can be useful, but it's expensive. So yes, let's bear that in mind. Right, you're not good for the economy, but you are going to help convert it, which is good. We're converting this nice and quickly now. Good. Carnuntum, how did you do over the end turn with him there? Pretty much converted. pretty much. We're going to finish that conversion, I think, before we send them over in this direction. How are we doing? They're all converting quite nicely. Oh, this is great. This is great news. You know what? If the conversion is strong without the general, it's not enough without the general, to be honest. So we're going to have to get the chapel there. And to be honest, we're going to need some reinforcements in that part of the world. Not quite this second, but we will do in time. I need a general to head over to a Quincum, though. So what I need is I need a pagan lad who's not a craven coward. Somebody who actually could do battle. This lad here, famously courageous. A bit bloated perhaps, but it looks like he'll have to do. So you, my good sir, you're getting redeployed. Massilia's going to get some peasants to keep it busy, frankly. We're actually going to hire some troops. Madman, I know. We're actually going to do that. So Oppius Flavius is going to head over to a Quincum because we need someone there who can probably man that border. Someone who's a pagan, because that's what it's going to be for the time being. Now, you, my good sir, you were the guy who started down south in Tarentum. We now have this chap in Rome. He's very, very nice indeed. Now, oh, ladies and gents, we can hire all sorts of nonsense in Rome, and we have the money. This is our opportunity to get some troops out. We can get some horse archers. We can get some onagers, some heavy onagers. We can get some lovely, terrible early crossbowmen. The ranger's too terrible on those scorpions, whatever. But yes, of course, the carriage ballistae. They are chaos in a bun. Oh, we will spend some of our ill-gotten money on that nonsense. But I will have a good look around. I will have a good look around and be sensible about this. Having spent most of our money and only some of it on frivolities, we should probably call it a good time to end the episode, I think. I would say we've had a pretty darn good go at this, haven't we? We've had, well, a few rebellions, as you might expect, but they've been controlled, damn it. We've picked 6 settlements to rebel, and it's those 6 and those 6 only. In fact, we've even taken the mick by leaving Massilia completely empty, and it's still happy. Look at that, we're doing a glorious job. Christianity is spreading. We're doing a grand old job of that, at least getting a lot of the core empire to convert nice and early. Now, we will probably see some negative consequences of this, particularly with the economy. I don't think we'll be having money too frequently until we sack some of these bigger settlements. So we'll have to see how that goes next time. But some of our border territories are being dealt with too. Alemanni are, well, they'll go down next time, I would think. We can get rid of some of the small factions nipping at our heels. The Celts were delivered a fairly strong blow today. Their strongest settlement is still over here in Ireland, so we'll have to deal with that next time. And also the Berbers, of course, we've taken their strongest settlement. They've been left to wallow in the desert. I suspect at some point we'll get round to killing them, but for now, at the very least, they're looking very, very weak indeed. I would say this is a strong start. Not perfect, not optimal, but looking solid, if nothing else. I'm quite pleased about this. And next time, we will get some carriage ballistae. That will be absolutely glorious. But for now, I will leave you. This series will be coming out every Monday. That is the plan for the foreseeable future. I do have some guides planned. We'll see when those come out. They'll probably be on Fridays, but I don't necessarily know when the first of those will be. But keep your eyes peeled. They'll be coming up before too long. So this series continuing every Monday in the afternoons. Well, afternoon European time anyway. I will leave you. I'm Thomas. This is Temer's Human, and this has been a new campaign of the Western Roman Empire on Rome to the Wars Barbarian Invasion. Thank you, and bye-bye. No! Not again! How did you lose to the archers? Anyone who's already got children, they've just been killed. Filthy pilchards, the lot I am. Oh, Steve! You were the best of all the Steves. Rum pum pa 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 pa.